right. Let me know when you're ready.
I like that a lot.
This is Spartan 117, Master Chief.
And Cortana.
And you're checking out Wollie Mopped Gaming. Chief out.
All right, it's Wollie Mopped Gaming, episode number 63. Happy freaking New Year's. Tony P's here for the time being. We're going to kind of not try to speed this because he's probably only got like 10 minutes before he's out. Tony, it's a new year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
A lot of games coming out.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of mobile games coming out.
Oh, yeah.
More mobile games than
What console games are you looking forward to this year, man?
Well, you already know it's all about February, man.
What's going on in February?
Hey, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Whoop, whoop. Already got that pre-ordered, ready to go.
And what else?
Of course, time to make Dre salty, folks. Street Fighter 5 for the PS4.
How am I going to be salty? I have a
He has
PS4 right there.
Because you know your ass wanted on the Xbox One and it ain't coming on that shit.
He's got a
But I
PS4.
don't care.
Hey, but that's only because you have. But
I'm
only
sorry.
because you have a PS4, you're not extra salty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a. The reason why I say there's a little salt, if we roll the tape back to
a
where
few
they announced
podcasts
it,
before,
you were not happy about that.
Exactly.
I mean, I still think it's silly. I mean, but
hey, Lone Wolf, do you think it's silly?
but Killer Instinct is on the Xbox One. So.
Do you want the nice thing or the mean?
I'll put it like this.
Fanboy though.
Put it like this. How have you always been when it comes to answering questions?
I'm not a part of like the console war fandom, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Nice saying would be it's an unfortunate opportunity for all the Xbox people that cannot play it. If they do want to play this game, they have to actually get a PS4, which is quite sad for those people. For the mean saying, be tough titty little kitty, but milk's still good.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the same thing for Killer Instinct, even though Street Fighter is more a national brand than Killer Instinct is.
Yeah.
True.
But I mean, both. I'm able to play both games.
International brand.
International
brand, yeah.
But I'm able to play both games. I mean, so like, we've said it many times.
It doesn't hurt you.
We've said it many times. I bought a PlayStation 4 because, well, of course, we do tournaments, but basically because Street Fighter 5 is going to be out on it.
Yeah.
And I bought my Xbox One because I was going to buy Xbox One anyway. But the deciding factor in what system to buy first was that Killer Instinct was on Xbox One. So that's the system I bought first. And I said when they got closer to the release of Street Fighter 5, I'll buy a PS4, and true to my word, there it is. Just like I bought a PS3, but I did end up selling that back at the time, but didn't see much use for the PS3 at the time.
Right.
But both games have their exclusive fighters, and that is what it is, right?
Yep.
Me personally, I've been playing a lot of stuff. I've been playing a lot of The Witcher 3, which I'm enjoying. For the Xbox One. PS4, however, will take a little bit, not going so great over there on that console.
Yeah, we'll
but I haven't having one of the issues that you said you having about the being up on stuff to have to click it. I haven't having that issue.
We'll talk about that. I am not happy.
I have also been playing Devil May Cry 4 Definitive Edition. Not Definitive Edition, Special Edition. With Virgil. That's dope. Just dope. Just Virgil is Virgil.
Yeah.
And I've been playing Killer Instinct. A lot of Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct Season 3, I can't believe I'm saying that, is coming out in February with all the other fighting games. So we're going to get Battletoads. We're going to get... I don't even know. All I know for sure is that we're getting Battletoads. And I don't even know how many more characters we're getting. It's going to be pretty dope. Shadow Jago, I tried to download it today, and that didn't work out so good. But, yeah, that, and I bought a bunch of fucking games on sale. I have Aliens, not Colonial Marines, but the other one that came out that John played that time. I got Evil Within.
Okay.
I've got just a bunch of games I bought that I'm never going to get to play because The Witcher 3 is consuming my life at the moment. But what you playing?
Witcher 3. I'm playing Witcher 3. I just beat Just Cause 3.
Oh, you got
earlier
through the
today.
campaign?
Yeah.
I've never gotten through any of those campaigns. I
It's
always
not-
get distracted.
It's not hard. It's
Yeah,
not hard.
I
If you just
always
wanna
get
go straight
distracted.
through it, It's not hard. I'd like take over everything, and then I just go through the story. Or I do the story as I'm taking over everything, then take over everything. And, or literally, the rest of the stuff is if I want to platinum it, go for the platinum. I beat that.
But it's
I
one of those
really-
games that you never really beat. You just always just playing it.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. And then I'm playing Witcher, which I will talk about why it's not Game of the Year. To
At
me,
least for
to
PS4.
me.
It's funny that I've had like the not totally opposite, but pretty much the totally opposite experience with it.
Yeah, I'm also still working on Final Fantasy VII,
Mhm.
and there's like I have like a whole bunch of games on standby that I gotta finish up.
All right, we're gonna get into the game you should have heard about with this New Year's difference first episode of 2016 officially. All right, so in the first topic of the game you should have heard about, there's a new game on IGN's first by the BioShock Infinite guys, Ken Levine's team. They're making this game called Perception, where basically you're in this house that's really old and you're blind.
Hooray!
That's kind of like the new thing right now, being blind in a video game.
Which is kind of like.
But you use like you can actually see in the game. It's kind of weird, but your perception is only so far
it's an
in front of you.
It's an interesting
Concept, definitely.
concept, and it's an interesting game mechanic. There was a indie game that came out where I forgot what the game was called.
It was called. It was like you trying to find the dog.
No, not that one.
Not that one.
There's an indie one where you are in this like facility, and every time you make sound, the sound reverberates off of like
That's basically
walls
what
and
they're
stuff.
doing.
Yeah,
They're doing,
and you can like see stuff based on stuff, but everything is like pitch black. So you have to every time something makes a sound or you make a sound, you get like an outline for like a second of like
which is
what's
different
going
than
on.
Unfinished Swan, which is kind of like you going.
You just paint stuff, and it gives you. This is like for an instant you see stuff. If you make sounds, or you throw something, and it'll like make sound in that area.
It's interesting concept, but can it be a whole game? Like I don't.
I don't think like a really long game.
It could be like a journey.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but like in the idea of it.
But then you
is
got like an iPhone in the game and stuff like that.
You
It's
have
kinda weird.
you have a medium that is based off of like visual interaction.
Yeah. So
And if you have a game that has visual interaction, how do you make something like that can last?
yeah.
That's based off of the fact that
I mean,
you're
if
blind.
anybody can have the crazy idea to make it work, it's the guys who did BioShock Infinite, though.
Mm,
Tony P. Video game where you're blind. Sound interesting? A video game you're playing where it's in the first person perspective and you're blind. No fighting in it. Just you're exploring this old house, but you're blind. Your cup of tea?
Nah. That's not to say that I wouldn't give it a
But
shot.
just
But it's
off-
definitely not my. It's definitely not my choice.
So you wouldn't back it on Kickstarter, is what you're saying? You wouldn't put your money into it?
Nah, I wouldn't put my money into it. Nah.
But yeah, it's IGN's first, so if you guys are heading over there, go ahead and check it out. It looks interesting. All right, next up on the story you should have heard about. This is a surprise to everybody, especially Tony. But speaking of types,
don't judge me.
there's gonna be another Assassin's Creed game, not the one that just came out, Syndicate. Is it Syndicate?
Yes, Syndicate.
Syndicate, where you're in Boston or whatever the case is.
Wow, wrong.
No, you're not in Boston. You're in
That would be
England.
Yeah, you're in England.
You're in England,
London.
yeah. London.
Yeah, Boston would be
Which one was
3.
Boston? 3. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
The worst one of the series.
I don't know.
It was the worst one of the series. It is literally the worst one of the series.
I went back and played it and
Even
played all the
story,
DLC,
it's worse
and it was
than
pretty good.
The DLC, from what I've heard, is pretty decent, but the main game, the main story,
The main story in 3 just
is bad.
ends bad.
No. Even everything inside of Animus was bad. Connor is a bland, pointless character, to be completely honest.
I like the way it started.
Because Hatham was awesome. Hatham was awesome.
And I even like the way that the story makes you play as Hatham, and then Hatham's like the bad guy, and you're playing as Connor.
Yeah,
I even like that.
The only thing if they
like-
made Connor more of a more intricate of a character, it would have been better.
The only thing I didn't like is there was just like when the story gets interesting, it just ends.
Yeah, and when it starts to really get,
And
that's the last story that fucking had technically had Desmond in it.
Yeah,
and Desmond fucking.
Yeah.
Spoiler, Desmond dies.
If you played any of Assassin's Creed, if you wonder why he's not in it.
Yeah, and freaking, like, then after that, when they start Black Flag, then they start making his character interesting. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? But supposedly there's some stuff that hints to stuff for the future Assassin's Creed for Syndicate, so I gotta finish Syndicate. So
haven't played Syndicate, haven't finished the last one. Where you're in France.
That's Unity.
Haven't finished Unity. I definitely want to finish.
I finished Unity.
Unity's fun.
Unity is fun, but it missed the mark on a lot of things.
Obviously,
especially in the story. Outside of like its bug issues and stuff, the story was really, really like weak. Syndicate fixes that part and adds some new elements, and it runs a lot smoother. So Syndicate, actually, I was having fun with Syndicate.
Yeah, I can't wait to play Syndicate, but I definitely want to finish. But from what everybody's telling me, I don't have to finish Unity to play Syndicate. There's nothing really important, they were saying. If I skip Unity, it'd be fine, but since I'm already in it,
you technically can skip it. It doesn't really do too much
for the overarching story.
It's for the overarching story or to the narrative. It adds like one character into the stuff outside of the Animus where I really think they should start focusing instead of like the memories and stuff now, because it's getting to the point where it's like, how much more can you dig into and then have like this other thing that's happening but you're not really involved in. So it adds like one more character to realize, which that where you're kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool and she's interesting, but they don't really delve into much of what she is. Even in Syndicate so far, when I played, they really don't really delve too much into what she's like and everything. But like, the focus is so heavily on, like, you get to play as these ancestors that it's like, okay, but you have this...
The thing that was cool about it at the beginning was the fact that there was this overarching story of Desmond and, like the things that are happening with Abstergo Industries in the future.
Yeah, in the future or in the present, really.
Yeah, in the present.
Them, where it's kind of like, guys, you have the opportunity of this entire thing right here. I love the past stuff that they're doing, but...
The pirate stuff, when you were working at Abstergo as like a spy or whatever, that stuff was fun. But something that I hope will be fun as well. Of course, everybody wants to go to China and Japan, but our next stop in the Assassin's Creed, like it's funny that they're already talking about the next Assassin's Creed, and this Assassin's Creed like just launched. But we're going to Egypt. Going to Egypt. The Pharaoh.
Yep.
I'm guessing they don't say when. But I think going to Cairo.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be a little bit like Mesopotamia as far as the how everything's structured, but then you also have pyramids and like the storylines they could do with that. They can have some kind of like magic, like and like I feel like Egypt could be good.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that.
I'm more excited for Egypt than I have been for France or London.
Egypt, seeing the pyramids in the background, I think we're good. If we go based off of like what's actually around the area, around the pyramids, not so much.
Cleopatra's going to be in, of course.
If they do past, or how far in the past they go, because pyramids. My question is just still, what else can they really bring before it gets to the point where it's just like, what's happening with this future stuff? Everything for the future stuff just feels like this overlying, like,
I don't even think there is a future, like there isn't even a plan for the future thing.
They have the entire, okay, spoiler, at the end of 3 they released Juno. I believe it was Juno, who essentially after Desmond dies, she's like, oh, I'm gonna basically fuck these humans over and take over because it's my rightful place.
Desmond chose to be like
the hero, essentially, and save people from fucking
instead
dying.
of being like Jesus or God or whatever.
Yeah, because essentially he would die. Idea behind it is he would allow this giant solar flare to hit the planet, which would like decimate like essentially everybody on planet Earth except for a few. So some people would live, and he would come out and know all this information about the past and stuff like that. He'd try to make sure to build up civilization again, and then people eventually he will eventually get old and die, and then people will treat him like the next Messiah or whatever, like because he has all this information stuff, and they would treat him like the next Jesus.
Exactly.
But he instead chooses to save the planet putting this force field across Earth that protects from this massive solar flare that would kill everybody, and releases in the process one of the precursor beings that was on the planet and stuff like that.
Basically, when humans were just like
proto-human type
basically
things, yeah.
like
and essentially
Adam and Eve and all
her
that,
thing is she's
played
trying
all
to
that.
gather power and stuff like that so she can essentially destroy not destroy humankind, kill a lot of them, but more so
create her own, like
make them into slaves again, essentially slaves.
Basically, they're saying
their
that's what we
idea
are at our core.
Adam and Eve
Yeah.
basically like stole the pieces of Eden and got out. And then essentially her idea is to put humans back in their place.
Yeah, I want to talk about this, and this is straight from Games Radar. I'm going to read, and they're giving out more details about Assassin's Creed Egypt, which I'm going to say I'm a little bit excited about because unless they make people look white,
They're most likely going to do that. Nah, they've actually been really, really good with doing
Accurate
period
with things,
period stuff and how people look and stuff like that. So I can't think. I can't.
I want a lot of gold on the bodies and like that, just like and slaves and all that stuff. Like So, anyways,
bring it back to where blacks had slaves. I mean, sorry,
Jews. We feel you. So check it out, right? Will shaking his head in discontent. Tony's not doing much of anything, but so this
he's
is
doing a lot of something. It's called sleeping.
This is Games Radar. All right. The time period makes even Altair, who was the first Assassin's Creed, who was like Mesopotamia, I believe, or something like that, right? During the Third Crusades, look positively postmodern. Ancient Egypt is considered as mathematically wrong-sounding period between 3100 BC to 3030. I said that wrong. 3100 BC, yeah, to 3002. 3000.
Wait.
3032 BC?
No.
Is that- am I reading
That's
it wrong?
3100 BC to 332
BC. Exactly. Okay, yeah, there we go.
You're good.
All right, I thought I read it wrong. So the scope is vast. They're saying that basically, the ancient Egypt is like even before Abstergo was taking records of what was going on in ancient Egypt. So
this is before the Templars.
Yeah. So basically, as they've been going, like we've been going more and more modern. They want to take it all the way back to back. So basically, they showed a picture which has the I guess our hero.
Yeah.
And he's like looking at the pyramids and everything. One complete and one looking like it's process being built. So like there's one like complete pyramid, there's one's in the process. The pyramids that make up Giza complex were built surprisingly early in the period between 2560 and 2540 BC. So basically, pyramids are being built. There's a city. It's before Abstergo. So I don't know how even like you're even going back. So this is going back closer to the first civilization, which is what you were talking about.
Yeah, this is no. That's even before that, or that's way after that.
But this is back when we might have had some of the ancient people, whatever they want to call them, still like hanging around.
I don't know, because their idea of the ancient stuff was basically Adam and Eve left. The quote unquote Adam, quote unquote Eve left, and they basically essentially freed humanity, and so humanity started spreading. This is way after that too. This is like thousands of years after that. So this is also thousands depending on where they put it, thousands of years after
Is
or
it
before
the Roman Empire around during this time?
No.
No. Okay.
No, this is a little bit before. This is when I think Roman Empire is about to start up, but right before it, like not where they were like in like power like they were in like quote unquote biblical like around Jesus times, New Testament times.
You don't think that they would do that? No, they wouldn't do that.
Well, they've already touched on that, which would be if they would be
cutting their teeth.
No, they touched on that in like 2 or 1.
I know, but they kind of like don't. They go in a roundabout way.
No, they basically said it. I think it was one where he's like where they're talking about the Adam and Eve. The apple of Eden, was essentially like it helped like a man part seas. Moses. It helped a man do something else. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
And it made a poor carpenter turn water into wine or something like that. And I was like, there it is.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, good job, guys. I love how you tie that. And the thing about it is the thing I love about it's a multicultural team, so it's not like it's a story, guys. If you get so butthurt over a goddamn story, get over yourselves. You go away. Just get out of here. Just leave. I'm offended because just leave. Just go away. Get out of this room.
Like
turn off the podcast. Soak your bum because it must hurt.
Think about boat battles in ancient Egypt times.
Oh my god. They essentially would like fire like or throw spears around.
Yeah. Like
I think they had primitive bows and stuff. They had primitive bows and stuff.
Yeah, bows. Yeah.
Or just jump on other ship and just.
But who would be the? But you know, I don't really. I know. I mean, a little bit more than your fifth grader when it comes to ancient Egypt. Like,
are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Like I said, a little bit more than the fifth grader when it comes to ancient Egypt, or like whatever, like wars, or whatever they had. So this would be like, who are the main people that they're gonna focus around? And
I'm not really sure.
Like, in every Assassin's Creed they got their philosophers or the painters, or like I don't know who the Egyptian like.
This will be your homework.
It'll be your
homework. You have to search this. I want you to have some papers on my desk by 9 a.m. of next week. So we can have it ready for show. I look over it, see if you got your stuff right.
But there still will be Templars and Assassins in the game.
Not in the same sense though, because the Hasashin is actually the Hasashin is older than the Templar Order by like hundreds of years, and this is going before the Hasashin became like a thing. Okay. So it's really gonna be interesting, and they can actually use like historical figures from that time, because in Syndicate they had to be careful. They couldn't kill off historical people from that time.
Yeah.
They had to make up people to kill and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because some of those historical peoples of the time
families
still exist now
because they're so close to the.
It's the Industrial Revolution.
And another thing about this, we were talking about how the Assassin's Creed brand is getting stale. Why are we going so far back? There's got to be something in the present that's something compelling in the present that makes us look so far back. Please, it's Ubisoft.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff that they kind of, because they started off the story in the Third Crusade.
Yeah.
So that's like, you have 2 Crusades before that, which I think that's about like 100 years, give or take, a couple hundred years, and then you have everything up to like 1 AD. So that's around time of like Jesus and everything. Roman Empire's like starting to get in full swing and stuff like that. Then you have everything before that up to the point of Adam and Eve escaping. But still, in my opinion, they need to focus more on that future story, because I mean, yeah, we get it. This stuff happened. All right, keep reiterating and giving us more and more exposition.
How long before we are revisiting places?
Yeah, it's like exposition. I get it, guys. What's happening now? What is this large story for, like, the end game? Like, how are they going to stop Juno and so on and so forth? Like, what is all this?
I understand you want to make this a yearly iteration, but I need a carrot.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I need a freaking carrot.
And so far, we're not playing outside of the Animus. We're not playing it.
I feel like I'm just playing it for
in Syndicate. In Syndicate, they bring back Sean and Rebecca. And they're like a team now, and they're doing their thing. But you only see what they're doing. You don't actually interact with them or whatnot. The person that you play as, who's playing inside this, apparently in Black Flag, they actually what was it?
Made you the
Abstergo has like a new new subsidiary company,
and they're making videos.
They're making video games. Games where you get to live as these ancestors and yada yada yada. And it's like, that's really really cool. But you're playing as nameless, faceless protagonists. You don't know who you are. We don't know who you are, what you are, whatever like that. So it kind of the idea is putting you in that position, but it's still like you have this giant like story going on.
Yeah, like if you want to make period pieces, do that.
I think the most horrible thing that they've done with the story so far is just the fact that you have a bland character for 1 through 3, and that's including Brotherhood and Revelations with Desmond.
Yeah,
and you like make him where it's like, what is his deal? Like, he's supposedly like the shit. He's the shit. He's the prophecy.
And then when we get to the climax of that arc,
then you cut him, and then after that, in Black Flag, they make his character interesting. They make him like the first thing
after he's dead.
After he's dead, you find
his dad stuff and everything.
No, not even finding his dad stuff. They actually have like because Abstergo recovers his body.
Yeah,
and they actually have like recordings of him like doing like journals and stuff like that, and he's like telling how he actually felt about this stuff. Like he was just like, I'm confused, I don't know. And that's it. And then you actually listen to him, like he's like afraid and he doesn't know. There's so much stuff being thrown at him, and he has so much emotion and so many. And you have fucking Nolan North doing this character's voice, and you can't give me this. You can't give me him doing. I mean, he's done many roles and stuff. Like he knows how to make a character. Like you have some of his characters that they're the same character, like Nathan Drake and friggin' Desmond Miles. They're the same fucking voice and everything. But then you have stuff where he can actually do different voices, like friggin' Last of Us, the crazy friggin' like guy that's trying to kill you, and the Penguin. He plays the Penguin in Batman. You have him where you have a voice actor, like the voice actor. It's him and friggin' Troy Baker. That's it. You have those two, and you basically have a game. You can make them like do voices for everybody. But you have these two characters. I want to say this, not discounting like anybody or discrediting anybody.
That's in the games or everything.
Because you all are awesome, and I wish I were one of you guys. But anyways,
most notable though.
Yeah. These two are like these, and you have him do a main character. You kill him off because maybe he had like other stuff he had going.
And after you kill him off,
after you kill him, you give the character like all this amazing backstory and like stuff that he's doing. It's like, guys, what happened here, guys? You dropped the ball on this one. You really dropped the ball.
But I mean, my final thoughts.
That's my rant.
Really excited for Egypt. More. Haven't been this excited for a country since 3.
You just want to see black people.
I mean, I do. But like I was really excited for 3 before it came out.
3 I was excited about, and then I played it and I was like, you guys dropped the ball, because they had the chance to take like once again another chance to take a character and make him awesome, and they just kind of sort of made him, like I said, really
3
bland.
The DLC's. I play a lot of it is pretty decent because it's like alternative America. Yeah, and that's pretty awesome, and it even makes Connor interesting. But I feel like the 75% of 70. I enjoyed 75% of 3. The last stretch, I just was like, what happened? Yeah. But three for me, like a lot of people didn't like the arc and how it turned and everything. I liked it. I liked the Indian stuff. But the thing I didn't like about it was that
was it 3?
3, yeah.
The end.
The end of 3, but where basically you go and kill this dude and killed your dad and everything, and then it just freaking ends. Like
stuff in the end.
Like the climax of the ending, you don't think it's the end, and it's the end.
The sad thing is, Hatham was a much more interesting character than Connor was.
But mechanically, 3 was extremely sound. You got to run in trees. That was our first taste at boat mechanics. Yep. Like there was a lot of good things in 3.
That's the one thing that they pulled from it that a lot of people. There's some people who didn't like the boat fighting and stuff like that. That's one thing that I think that they pulled from 3 that they kind of like put over like on 4. That was just delicious.
3
I
was
love being
3 was the overarching engine that has been in all the other Assassin's Creeds.
The boat part. The boat part was in 4.
And the movement.
The movement? No. They changed the movement in Unity.
But
they actually streamlined it in Unity.
Yeah.
But the game still was really, really rough.
Buggy,
but in Syndicate, they took that and then they streamlined it more and actually made it work properly. So when you're actually like trying to run up something, you run up something. And also they added the grappling hook in Syndicate, which makes it, and a zip line to go from building to building, makes it a hell of a lot easier, especially because of they should have had it.
Ubisoft is good at building worlds at this point.
Yeah, it was good in Unity because you're in like France and Paris and stuff like that, and there's big buildings there. But London is a little bit bigger in certain areas, so using it in London makes it like, oh god, so, like climbing.
And the thing about Unity that made it really good is that you can go inside like almost every house.
Yeah, climbing the was it the first time you get the kind of a spoiler. It's not really a spoiler. It's a place that you know that you're going in London. The first time you get the grappling hook is you're going to Elizabeth Tower. It's not Big Ben. Big Ben is the bell inside of the goddamn tower. And if you go to England, they'd be like, "What the fuck is Big Ben? What the fuck is Big Ben? That's the fucking bell." It's Elizabeth Tower. Call it fucking Elizabeth.
They'll know I'm American.
Yeah, and they would Get out of here. You go to when you first time you go to Elizabeth Tower and stuff like that. That entire building and area is huge, and I'm talking about like using the grappling hook to get from point. You have to go from one tower, hit little towers, and hit another like giant tower on the other side of the thing. It's just, oh my god! It's like, oh my god! I have a grappling hook. This is amazing. It's so good, so good.
Final thoughts, Tony P. New Assassin's Creed, ancient Egypt pyramids and shit. How you feel about it?
Sounds pretty intriguing.
And you are by no means an Assassin's Creed fan.
No, but I mean, just the thought of an assassin in ancient Egypt.
It's probably gonna be black or melon.
Yeah.
We're not going there. We're not going there. I can't handle it, man.
I'm sold, and will.
I'm actually interested in seeing it. I'm just wondering if they're gonna do more stuff outside of Animus.
And we're to the end of the show where shoutouts where we talk about things that are video game related and maybe not so. And speaking of things that are not video game related, Tony P, what's your shout out for first shout out of 2016, man? You got to make it good.
First shout out 2016. First shout out 2016.
He raps when he doesn't try to.
You're into football, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But funny thing is,
yeah, it's yeah.
Not as much as basketball.
But not even that. Just like it's just kind of a blasé year.
well, I mean,
come on.
so,
Tom,
I mean, just
Tim,
started.
was it Tim Coughlin?
Tom Coughlin.
Tom Coughlin. I was gonna say Tom, but it was Tim.
I knew what
Tim,
you're talking
Tim,
about. I wasn't gonna correct you.
yeah, he was going to, and I was gonna say Tom, but I was like Tim. It sounds like Tim. I think it's Tim. Is it Tim? I don't fucking know. He retired.
Yeah.
And made Eli.
Well,
cry.
actually, correction. He didn't retire.
He did not retire.
Resigned
He resigned. He resigned from the coach.
Giants.
So that means he's probably going to get picked up by somebody else.
Oh yeah, he'll be in somebody's front office.
What-
I don't think
I
he's
was-
gonna be on.
actually, I had the
I don't think he's
conversation-
gonna be on the field anymore. But
No.
he'll be in somebody's front office.
I had a conversation with a Giants fan, and we were talking about it a little bit. And I'm not a sports person. I'm kind of a sports person.
You
but
know things.
Yeah, I know things, and it's been this particular season. Like
It's been wacky.
the past few seasons, I've been just kind of like, I don't really like basketball. Last time I like sat down and actually watched a basketball game was when the Lakers were winning like back to back.
Kobe's doing the most for his last season.
Yeah, so I mean that was the last time I like watched it when they were winning like back to back like titles and stuff like that. So basketball, it's been
I watch
the
Heat
early
games.
2000s.
I always watch Heat games.
So
You remember the Heat with Morning and
yes, yes,
and ugly ass Mashburn and
yeah, okay,
the Monster Mash.
my okay,
Tim Hardaway and all them boys.
yeah.
Thunder Dan Marley.
Way back. Okay.
Yeah.
My best memories are from I like the Bulls because the Bulls were winning and it's all about Jordan.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
Do you know
Florida,
people stop watching basketball when Jordan retired?
yeah, I was one of those people.
So was I.
Actually, but I was all into like Shaq and Penny Hardaway. I mean, freaking whatchamacallit from the Jazz, goddamn, Karl Malone, John Stockton, freaking. This was like right on
Mullins,
the tail.
I think Mullins was on the team at that
right,
time.
right on the tail of Larry Bird's career.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of like, David Robinson, like '90s, early '90s, like basketball players. So I don't really watch it.
What's Timmy going? Sorry.
Probably he should be like retired because he's like, how long has freaking Tim Duncan been playing? Jeez, Tim Duncan was
16 years, something like that.
It's gotta be longer than that. It's gotta be longer than that.
Like, I think this is either 18th or 19th year.
Really?
He was playing like 2 years before Tim Duncan retired. He started like 2 years before Tim Duncan retired.
Wasn't that like?
What do you mean Tim Duncan's still playing?
I mean,
He's talking about
David Robinson.
Yeah,
David Robinson.
Yeah,
That's
David
what I
Robinson.
meant.
The Colonel.
Yeah, like he was playing like 2 years before David Robinson retired, and then he kind of like took the place of David Robinson.
Well,
Yeah,
David Robinson retired after they won the NBA.
Because that was the only one that he ever won.
2003.
That was the one.
No, David Robinson was then. That's still that long? Damn. So
Yeah.
he was.
I thought
it
he
was
was playing
even
in two-
before that. Then shit, he's been in there since the
No,
90s.
I thought his rookie year was like 2000 or something.
No,
Like that.
he was in the 90s.
Duncan.
No,
God, no.
Duncan. He was in
No,
the 90s,
definitely
dude.
not.
Duncan McLeod.
No,
with the Clan
he does
McLeods.
say no. His rookie.
Yeah, Duncan
That
McLeod
is
of the
the Clan
Clan
McLeods.
McLeods. Yeah.
his rookie year was 96 season.
Was it 96?
Shit.
Shaq's first season in LA
Was his first season?
Was Tim Duncan's first season
Yeah,
in the
probably
league.
right, probably
Yes.
I'm looking it up. Continue what you're saying. I'm actually looking this up because I'm
Yeah,
actually
shout out.
curious.
But,
Yeah.
shoot, hey. Shout out to my San Antonio Spurs right now. Like,
Are you number one?
but they're not number one
Because
in the league right now.
I mean, we're not in the Western Division because, of course.
but they are number 2.
Below.
Only below Golden State.
All right, I got it. 97. 97. So if he stays in one more year.
Ray Allen is the longest, right?
No, Ray Allen didn't play last year.
No, I'm saying, but Ray Allen he played the most years in the league, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, Kobe.
Kobe, I think Kobe.
This is Kobe's 20th season.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, Kobe.
Yeah, think about that for a minute.
But Ray Allen only made it to like what 17 or 18, right? I think 18 years in the league.
Yeah, he started in
somewhere around
Ray Allen's 96.
Yeah, Ray Allen only made it 18 years in the league, I think. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, man, think about that for a minute though.
You can
But
play
yeah,
basketball longer than
longevity.
you can play
Longevity,
basketball longer than you can play football.
Yeah, absolutely.
San
Yeah,
Antonio,
much less
San Antonio
wear and
is handling business, and the beautiful thing about San Antonio with them handling business, nobody knows that shit because everybody's focused on Golden State only losing 2 damn games. Guess what? San Antonio's only lost 6. But nobody's talking about San Antonio.
No, I mean, it's kind of difficult to talk about San Antonio when fucking only lost 2 games. I mean,
but what I'm saying is, granted, Golden State is the more flashier team, so of course people are going to talk about Golden State.
well, yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? San Antonio,
I would fully agree with that.
San Antonio just gets it done. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they're flying under the radar and nobody's talking about them in that respect, like that shit could very well work in their favor come,
Later on in the
April,
season. Yeah.
May, and June, because the minute people don't think about San Antonio and San Antonio busts them in the mouth of the playoffs, they're gonna be like, damn, we should have been paying attention to these niggas before.
Well, I think one team is pretty is looking at them.
Who's that?
The team that's above them. Who's everybody got?
To be told, I actually legitimately think that San Antonio in the West is the only team that can give Golden State
I would agree with that.
fits. You know what I mean?
I would agree with that. I mean, it's definitely not gonna be the Lakers.
I mean, Pop doesn't.
You say this, and I'm like I said, years since basketball. I know I barely know the friggin' famous basketball players. Barely.
But okay, that's what's up. Will, you had your shout out / rant.
You're forcing me to do a shout
Yes,
out
I
/
am.
rant. I don't even want to say like I chose to do this. Witcher 3,
which I feel like
it's
game
a
of the year.
it's
For
a
me,
fun game. It's a fun game. Game of the year? Hell if that
I
no.
say that.
And
I
it'd be
say
no.
that haven't finished
Did you play Metal Gear though?
Haven't finished Metal Gear.
Okay. Then.
So yeah, I can't say it until.
Metal Gear's a lot more solid. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell. Anyways,
I'm not going with you.
That's all right. It's all right.
But the girl in that video is.
At least.
She going there before you. Bro.
At least I get to party. Anyways,
I know she ain't gonna be partying.
Let it go. Yeah.
Go party.
So go ahead.
Anyways, so far says I will say that first of all, I will start off by saying that Witcher 3 is a good game in the sense of it's a very solid game, fun to play. It's very very addicting. Jesus Christ, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, like it's one of the games.
Story.
It's one of the games you turn on. Like if you're playing the game, like I turned it on just to turn it on to see what it's about.
Yep.
And I found myself playing it longer than I wanted to.
Story wise, it is a very solid game. I actually I started up the game, and I was like choosing the difficulty I wanted to play on, and I was like, what difficulty? And I was like, stuck between Death March, which is a really, really hard one, and the next was like Broken Blood and Bones or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Broken Bones and Blood. And I was like...
And you really have to be at that level to fight
Death
things.
March. I was like, Death March, let's do this. So I went into it. I got to you get to the Baron. I don't know if you've gotten to the Baron yet.
I'm past the Baron, yeah.
I got to the Baron. And instead of sacrificing the baby, I did the.
This is what I was
turned him into a lumberkin.
This is what I was telling you about. He's like, ah.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
did. I was like, ugh. I turned him into.
This is what I was telling you about before.
I turned him into a lumberkin, and I was like determined to make him into a lumberkin, and I kept dying because of those freaking wraiths like shit out of me. And at that point,
you gotta have that oil.
I did. And in Death March, the damage that you output was nowhere near the damage that they were outputting to you. So you have to like do everything perfect. I got to the first wave fine, second wave, they would like teleport behind me and just like just
like one hit and you're done.
No, not one hit. They would hit me when they teleport. They do a 3-hit attack, and they would be
like, why am I not dodging this shit?
It'd be 4 of them would teleport at once, like right behind me, or they'd teleport in succession. So it'd be like, one, I'm caught in a combo, and like the other 2 like teleport, catch me in their combo, which would do that, and I would just die. And I was like, well then, so I decreased the difficulty by 1 to Broken Blood and Bones.
That's
and
what I play.
It is at this point, it's not where I'm like teeth grindingly upset. It's just more like I'm just moderately bothered by it, but I'm having fun. And my favorite part of the game, by far, no, you don't even have to say like, "What's your favorite part of the game, Will?" And I would like take a time to think about it. Favorite part of the game, Gwent. I love. I actually bought me the Gwent deck.
I haven't gotten that far in the Gwent. I play like 2 games or whatever.
But
you can actually play online.
You can.
That's what I heard. Yeah, you can actually.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm gonna fuck some people up with some Gwent.
You can actually play Gwent online.
I'm gonna fuck some people in the ass with Gwent.
Yeah, like you can actually play other people.
Don't shake your head at me, Tony. I bought a Gwent deck. I bought the Gwent deck that we had at our store. I'm not saying what store it is. Yada.
Yeah.
I bought that Gwent deck and I played.
I don't really understand it that much right now. I understand what I'm doing, but I don't understand why I'm winning.
I'll tell you afterwards because we'll go into it. Anyways, but I'm loving Gwent. Now, good stuff's over. Bad stuff begins. I've had so many graphical glitches.
I haven't had these. This is crazy.
I actually recorded the one with the wave I was talking about.
Yeah.
I told Dre about this. I sailed a boat up to a coast. And when I stopped it because it was so like, what is going on? The water graphics were clipping back away from the coast, like something was blocking the water there. But the effects of the water were still in the area as if the water was there. So I'm swimming in midair. There's been a couple times I've swam in midair. I forgot about this one.
That's some Assassin's Creed shit.
I was in the water, and I found this kind of like a level grind thing you could do. You go to this one spot with your crossbow, you can fire underwater, and you can shoot drowners and get like XP. I came up above the land, above the water because they were coming after me. The drowner was swimming. There was a little island to my right. It swam above the island, over the island, back into the water.
What?
Swam back over the island.
What?
And then back into the water. I was like, I've had multiple times I've gotten off my horse, and the horse, like, I like clipped through the horse and the ground, so it's like weird and like making me like do weird emotions. Yeah. I've killed enemies and they clip weird and stuff. Like, there's the last part I played, I had some enemies attack me. They kind of like knew I was kind of like fooling or whatever like that. They attacked me, and some of them were like in the air when they died. Some of them were like kneeling, but they weren't falling and they died. But, like, they were leaning against something, but they weren't. And they were on stairs and they died. So they're leaning on the stairs, like their body's like falling down the stairs, and they're leaning there, and like they're leaning against something.
But they're dying. But they're
dead. They're dead. And there's like ones where they're like in the air, like hovering above the ground and stuff like that. And I'm like,
like horrible ragdoll physics.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Like I got like, so we gotta look it up and see if that's a PS4 thing.
I guess, but I don't know.
I haven't, like I said, the only issue I've had with it is the fact that
yeah, this was the issue that we also talked about.
That you got to get so super close to stuff.
Not even super close. You have to be in the perfect, like, right exact...
And facing it and
everything to lock on something, like... And
to collect
to collect it or to like go to loot or whatever like that. And Lord forbid if there's a candle or something that you can light with your freaking Igni powers. It's just like, there's a candle, There's your fucking thing you're trying to loot. I'm trying to loot this right here. Light the candles. I don't fucking want to light the candles. I'm gonna fucking grab the fucking shit. Okay, I'm gonna grab the shit now. Fucking turn the candles off. Fucking, I just lit the candle. Leave the candle alone. Let me grab the shit that's in the thing. And then I finally get into the thing after 3 times of failing. And I'm fucking like, this is a bullshit. What do I get in here? I get a ladle. I get a fucking ladle. I fucking spent like a minute trying to fucking get this shit and I get a goddamn ladle. Fuck this game. And then I leave and I go kill some monsters for a little bit because I'm upset.
My favorite part of the game, I would say my favorite part
I got
of
a
the game.
headache now. That fucking made me mad.
My favorite part of the game, and this is going to sound weird, but it's not even part of the game. But my favorite part of the game is the sunsets.
The sunsets are cool.
And the sunrise, like,
yeah.
and the wind, and like just the the weather mechanic.
I love how Geralt is like crazy. Always like in the wind apparently, because even when he's in a cutscene in like a building, his hair's still doing like the wavy like friggin' like it's floating in the breeze.
Like when you're on your horse and you're driving and you're riding on the path and everything, and the wind and the trees are just blowing. It's like,
oh, that's another thing that bothers me.
Shit.
The horse mechanics irritate the piss out of me at times too. You can
hold it to make it, but sometimes I won't go on the path.
No, that doesn't bother me. Like I understand, like it's like if you're coming to a fork of the road, it's kind of like, oh, I don't know, and it just chooses away, and I get that. What bothers me is I'll be riding, and it'll without the stamina going down. So I want to say this first, because it's like, oh, you're faking stamina. I'm like, no, without the stamina going down, the horse will just like stop, like he hit something. And freaking Grub be like, whoa, Roach. And I'm like, no, fuck. I'm literally riding, like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, in cities, you can't ride, like, fast enough that you can do, like, your normal, like, a trot or whatever like that, or a gallop, a slight gallop.
I told you about the sword stuff, and you gotta keep your sword and your armor. You
gotta keep those repaired and stuff, which I have no problem with that. Finding those aren't that hard.
I mean, but in the game is
Jesus
ridiculous.
Christ! Now that I know that I can play Gwent though online, I'm gonna find this. Gwent.
I was just, but Gwent is amazing online.
My God, Gwent! I will explain the rules of Gwent to you after I say. Also, shout out to the Half-Ass Heroes. Much love to you guys. They're going to be starting up there. Supposedly starting up there. I don't know when you're going to be posting this, so I'm going to say it's Wednesday today. They should be doing their show next week. Yeah. For us from when we're actually recording this, so they'll be back for their next season. I think they said they're in season 4. So they're back. They're gonna be back with a vengeance.
We're on there
talking about we're on one of the season 3. We're on one of the episodes, and hopefully we have another like maybe 1 or 2 shows for season 4. Maybe we could get them on our show so we can have structured stuff and they can feel the pain or feel the burn. We will have. I think we'll have Alan on a few of the shows. All or Zero. But I give them a shout out. Also getting ready for the new shows coming.
Yeah.
Or the second parts of the shows.
The second of the seasons.
Oh God.
My shout out, only have one shout out. We have decided on a name for our relationship podcast, which is.
Is it gonna be Reveille? I'm sorry. I'm still kind of hurt by that.
I mean, there might be Reveille in there somewhere, but we have to leave that to our art department. AKA Lonely as Wolf.
Me?
But the name of the podcast is going to be
Answers.
All answers. That's it.
Yeah. So we just posted up.
Not all answers. I'm sorry. That might have been confusing.
It's the Answers Podcast, or just Answers Podcast. Go ahead and check the Facebook page out right now. We got that up and running, and
we have like 5 episodes already done. Or like 3 prelim 0 episodes, where I'm still saying the wrong. I hope you edited that out. You're just gonna be like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
like you should get me saying answers. Just be like, and this is the Answers podcast. You just like interject it in there and be like,
Master Chief says answers.
There you go.
This is and you're like,
you.
That would have been amazing.
Greatest moment.
Yeah. So like I said, go check that out. Like us on Facebook, and we got a whole bunch of relationship shit up there right now. You can go check it out, and that'll be coming up in the next by January. By January, we'll have at least 2 episodes up.
Listen to the show. We want you guys to tell us what's what. Like, if you have an issue or you have stuff, you got questions. If you got I'll even say it. If you have grievances. We'll be able to try to talk to you.
You can email me directly.
Yeah, you will email Red K directly, and he will read them and be like laughing the entire time.
Email you back immediately.
But we definitely want to hear. It's a show for you guys. It's not just for us, and for the thing that we are getting out of it, we're learning too. Hopefully.
But that's
I know I'm learning because you're never too old to learn, and you will always learn to the day that you die. And if you don't, that's kind of sad because you shouldn't be alive anymore.
You're gonna learn something.
You're gonna learn
Anyways,
today. You're gonna learn today.
for me, Red K, Tony P, the loneliest of wolves.
Ow!
Yo.
King Legacy.
He rolled through, man. He rolled the fuck through. He rolled the fuck through. He rolled the fuck through.
And 2016, Wollie Mopped Gaming. Hopefully I have a job tomorrow, and if so, I'll talk about our next tournament. We out. I mean, damn.
So I'm getting that.
really damn.
I'm getting
like,
that bottle opener. It's free, but I'm paying for like $9.95 for shipping. So it's like.
Well, we
I could be paying more for. I could be paying for it and the shipping.
So there's a video on YouTube going on right now. It's on everything, but it's World Star, because you know, if somebody hollers out World Star, you better fight, bitch. But no fighting on this one.
Yeah.
Man caught cheating on his wife, and this hurt my heart. Like
I'm still scratching my head on this shit.
You just saw it, and basically, dude just comes in the house, like he goes up to. It's basically his house. He's got the key to it, or whatever the case is, and
it's not. It's an apartment.
It's an apartment, yeah. And he's like, you could tell he opens the door. Tony, just take. Yeah, what happened, Tony?
No, Tony is like hurt. Tony, I
felt like really hurt when I saw
man.
this shit. Like I felt so bad for the dude. Like,
well, I guess
I'm like this. So shit like that happens to that dude. How the hell should I?
We gotta let people know what happened.
Okay,
right?
so he comes in the house.
So he comes in the house. He is outside the door for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's just like
he's kind of like getting ready, and he's hesitant to walk inside. Opens up the door. It's dark in the entire place.
There's a candle.
But there's a candle, and he sees you see two figures in the background. He's like, "Is that my wife? Is that my wife?" And
is that
Jason? I think his name is Jason. And the guy's like, "Hey man, what's up?" What's
going on, bro?
What's up going on, man? He's like, just don't worry. He's like, is that my wife? He's getting upset. You can tell he's like really, really bad about it. He turns on the light. They're like butt naked, just completely naked.
Like you could tell he was just in the pussy.
Yeah,
literally.
So
literally,
he basically is like, she's like, just turn off. He's like, I'm turning off the camera. Just don't worry about it. He's like, I want a divorce. Just straight legs flat.
He's like, can I have a divorce? Can I have a divorce?
I just want a divorce. That's all I want.
And she's like, turn the camera.
I'll turn the camera. He's a better man than me just for asking for a divorce at that point.
I want a divorce. He's like, I mean, I'm tired of this.
I love my
daughter. I'm tired of this. He's like, Jason, which is the dude who's like fucking his wife.
Right.
He's like, Jason, you're a good guy.
You're a good guy.
I know you're a good man.
I know you're a good man.
I'm sorry. Like, that's the last compliment I'm about to give to a dude.
I mean, but he was just like the gangsterness and like
there's at a certain point where, especially the point that he's at,
like
getting belligerent would have done absolutely nothing for him.
Like
if he would have let
at the beginning, he was probably angry. Now he's just accepting.
At the point, at the point where he would have just been like, "Fuck this shit, I'm going in and wrecking this dude's shit." Now he's going to jail for assault and stuff like that, or possibly attempted murder, depending on how far.
And when a person handles a situation like that with that much class and respect, it just makes the person that cheated on them feel that much more shittier. You know that bitch has just gotta be like, I am what you think I am.
I know what you think I am.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she uploaded the video because it's like I deserve whatever I have coming to me at this point.
At the point where he does that, I mean, I respect him just for the fact that like and it was hard. You could tell it was hard, but he understood that if he were to do anything that was in any way like violent, belligerent in any way, he runs the risk.
But he was hoping they would do something about it because that's gonna make it look good for the judge.
So no, I'm talking about like for him, like if he were to do anything, essentially.
You think he still had to pay? You think he still had to pay like child support?
It all depends on how the stuff goes down. It all depends.
He dropped the key on the table. The key's right here. What was the most gangster shit he said in the entire video? As they were like she was like turn the camera off and everything like that. He drops the key. Here's the key. Just give me a divorce. I love my daughter. He's like, Jason, you're a good man. And the most gay shit he said in the side video, he said, "I just want a divorce. Sorry to disturb you all. Hope you guys have a good night. You go back to what you're doing now."
How can you guys have a good night after that?
I'm sorry.
But was Jason was Jason like
Extra gangster just be like, well, he's been
go
gangster.
back
I mean,
I
fuck
mean, you
it.
already you might as well get the dick.
Yeah.
Only have this to say: if he still has to pay child support after that shit, then he deserves to go the fuck off.
It still happens, man. And then even then, if he goes off and stuff like that, what's it gonna do? The thing about it is, and the thing that I think was the most important thing that he said out of that was that he loves his daughter. He cares about his daughter enough to not like fly off the handle
and kill her mom
and kill the dude. Because then at that point, what use is he of? What use is he?
World star.
Yeah, world star.
I would have been like, "Hey, you guys have a good night. Didn't mean to disturb you. One more thing, world star."
I don't think he could have.
You would have been the pure asshole.
I don't think at that point he could have had that.
Maybe I would have turned off the camera. A little bit of editing at that point.
It would have been see in my head, because I'm a fucked up individual. It'd have been like, you guys have a good night, and just whatever, close the door and just set like the door on fire or something like that, and walk away.
Sound like your vindictive.
You guys have a good night, and hey, pop that pussy. Don't stop.
Stab that pussy back.
Yeah, but that was probably the most fucked up shit I've seen all day.
Yeah,
starting off 2016 with a bang.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. No.
Could have been a different kind of bang. Blow.
Yeah.
hey, real shit. While y'all playing, I was at the Amscot on International minutes before New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Heard these loud pops. I'm thinking like, okay, somebody letting the fireworks go early.
Yeah.
2 minutes later, sworn police cars flying at the gas station right next to the Amscot. Someone had them pulled up to another car, spraying. And this literally happened.
So that's the end of the story that we didn't see.
There you go.
That's the part of the story we don't see on the video.
Exactly.